welcome to the second day of JDA Long Scenes. Today you'll be seeing Act 2, Scene 1 from Sight Unseen by Donald Marjolise. The scene takes place outside of London, England, in Nick and Patricia's home. The scene leading up to this are a bunch of time jumps, but what you need to know is Jonathan is a painter. In college, he dated his model Patricia, but it ended in a messy breakup. After the breakup, Patricia studied abroad in England where she met Nick, an older Englishman, and she never came home. 15 years later, Jonathan travels to England for his solo art show and decides to call Patricia so they can meet up. The scene today is where they are together. Just for reference, this right here, this pillar is a fridge. This is like a bar counter, and that is like a sink/counter setting. This is a warning. There is a mention of rape when they're discussing the paintings, so I'm just giving that warning ahead of time. I'd like to thank my actors, Mike Russo, Megan Castellane, and Connor Roberts for being so flexible and amazing. The fabulous Bobby Rice for taking the scene and bringing it to life, and Dennis for his guidance. Without further ado, please enjoy Sight Unseen.
Drive down with me tomorrow.
I don't go to London. I try to avoid.
You can take the train back Tuesday night after the opening.
Everything. So bloody excited.
Don't worry about money. Everything's on me.
Why should everything be on you? I don't want
What?
everything to be on
You think I'd invite you down and make you pay for it?
Jonathan,
Let me treat you to a couple of days in London.
you sound like such an American.
Oh, come on. We'll hang out for a couple of days. It'll be fun.
What are you talking about?
We'll do the museum so you can come to my opening. I'll introduce you to people.
I don't need to meet people. I know enough people.
I mean artists, writers, actors. You wouldn't believe the people coming. Hey, I'll take you to Caprice.
Is that a restaurant?
Yes, it's a restaurant.
You told me your main toppings are wasted on me.
Patty, let me do this. I want you to be my guests, both of you.
Well, I don't know about Nick. He completely falls apart in London. Don't you, Nick? That's never any fun. Holding his hand, feeling brave, the crush on the pavement. Besides, he couldn't get away.
Then you come.
No, I couldn't. What are you saying? I don't like big cities anymore either. They get me nervous. I don't even remember the last time I was there.
Then you're due for a visit. It's really changed. London. Even in the 5 or 6 years since I was last over.
You were here? 5 or 6 years ago?
Yeah, just a quick thing, passing through.
I remember. Must have been a year ago. Christmas. Whenever my mother comes down, she drags me to every bit of crap on the West End. Lloyd Webber's latest biggie. Do you know how much they get for that swell?
Patty.
No, I can't get away. Some of us have to work for a living.
Oh, well, excuse me.
I have responsibilities. People can count on me. I can't just come and do as I please.
I'm not asking you to quit your job and run away with me. 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3? A minute ago it was a couple.
Patty.
I can't get away. Besides, this is a very exciting time for us. Has Nick told you about the project?
A Roman latrine.
Is that all he told you? Nick! Tell Jonathan!
What?
About the project he loves to minimize. Tell him what you found.
Patricia.
Nick found not only the latrine, but a late medieval rubbish pit.
A garbage dump.
Yeah!
I didn't find it, Patricia. We all.
Do you know what a valuable find that is? Medieval rubbish? Shoes, rags, broken plates? It was one of those happy accidents, and Nick led us to it.
I didn't lead us to it.
Everything you need to know about a culture is in its rubbish, really. What they wore, what they ate. It's a treasure trove, tons of it. I sift through parcels of ancient rubbish, analyzing it, cataloging it. That's what I do. Every day, now you know. I shouldn't have told you.
Why not?
Sounds fascinating.
It does. It does. Come to my opening.
Stop it.
I'm looking at your painting, and
Yes?
honestly, I don't get it.
What? Don't you get?
I don't get all the fuss is about.
What fuss?
Oh, Nick, be nice.
You're supposed to be something of an iconoclast, aren't you?
Iconoclast?
Is this all it takes to set the art world ablaze?
Nick's idea of art is the Mona Lisa.
My idea of art, in point of fact, Patricia, begins and ends with the Renaissance. Everything before was ceremonial. Arts and crafts, hardly art, really. Everything since, well, everything since has been utter rubbish.
Are you kidding? How can you say that? All of modern art he's dismissing just like that?
But it's all been done before. I mean, the so-called modern age, as far as I can tell, has been one long, elaborate experiment, albeit a futile one, to reinvent what was already perfected by a handful of Italians centuries ago.
But the world is constantly reinventing itself. How can you say that Leonardo's worldview expresses our world, or Picasso's even?
Picasso, there was an energetic little bloke.
Am I supposed to shrink in the shadow of the great masters and pack it all in? Say the hell with it? Why bother?
If you had any sense, yes. Why bother indeed? Why is it that all the artists I've ever known feel that what they do is so vital to society? Does it ever occur to them that if they were to vanish from the face of the earth, the planet would survive intact?
Gee, you didn't tell me you married such an art lover.
Art was devised as a celebration of beauty, was it not? I mean, does this celebrate beauty? This pornography.
Nick!
That's okay.
Because as far as I can tell, that's precisely what this is. And not very good pornography at that.
Really?
Nick was raised by a puritanical mother.
Fuck that, Patricia. I look at this art, and I see pornography. Tell me what's there that'll lose me.
I'm not gonna tell you what to see. If you see pornography, well,
I don't get it, is what I'm trying to say. If I don't get it, is that my fault or yours? Enlighten me. Help me see.
you know, you usually don't have the luxury of the painters whispering in your ear, telling you what to see when you look at their paintings. It's not the job of the artist to spell everything out. You have to participate.
Participate.
Yes, you play an active role in all of this.
All right then. What's this?
Well, you can't judge a work like that. Black and white reproductions in a catalog.
What is this, if not pornography?
Oh, come on, Nick. Use your head a little. What do you see?
You actually want me to tell you?
Yes, describe to me what you see.
All right. I see what appears to be a painting,
Oh, man.
executed with minimal skill in terms of basic human anatomy,
You really have to see the painting.
of what appears to be a couple of mixed race fornicating in what appears to be a cemetery. Is that it?
Don't be so literal. Okay, yes, that's what it appears to be on the surface, but what is it really saying?
Let me see.
So what's going on there? It's an allegory. It's telling a story. Use your imagination.
The woman is being raped.
Aha! Is she?
Well, yes, look at her hands. They're fists.
They're not necessarily fists, just poorly drawn hands.
Jesus.
That's what I mean by the apparent disregard for basic traditions in art, like knowing the skeletal structure of a human hand.
But you know what hands look like.
What? Is that your response? I know
What I'm saying is, it's not my job to photographically recreate the skeletal structure of a human hand.
What is your job? Because you keep telling me what your job isn't. What is your job? Is your job to paint well, or is it not?
What do you mean by paint well? You obviously have very limited ideas about painting, I'm telling you. If you came to London, I can take you around, we'll look at art. I can show you.
If one were to buy one of these paintings, assuming one could afford to do so, where would one put it?
What?
I mean, they're quite large, aren't they?
Fairly.
So one would have to have a rather large wall on which to hang one, and preferably a rather large room in which to view it. Art is meant to be seen, is it not? That room would have to sit in a rather capacious house. Not your standard taxpayer, I take it.
No.
Say, I buy one of these.
You? One of those?
Hmm? What would I do?
Well, for starters, you couldn't. They're already sold.
All of them.
Saatchi collection, Union Carbine collection, Mobile Corporation collection.
Yes, all the existing ones.
The existing ones.
Yes, and there's a waiting list for the paintings that I have yet to paint.
A waiting list? You're joking.
No!
You mean to tell me that there are people on Park Avenue or in Tokyo who have walls in their houses especially reserved for the latest waxman, number 238?
Yeah!
Doesn't matter which painting they get, as long as they get their waxman?
It's not like this is new, you know? Artists have always lived off of commissions.
So wait, these poor, unsuspecting, rather rich, unsuspecting patrons of the art have bought sight unseen a painting you have not yet painted.
Yes?
Amazing, John. Pre-sold art.
What happens if they don't like it?
What?
The painting, say it doesn't please them. The colors clash with the carpet. The image makes Madame blush. What then? Can they expect a refund? Can they hold out for the next one on the line?
I mean, if they really dislike it, then I guess. But it hasn't happened.
How many of these can you expect to do in a year?
One every 5 or 6 weeks, so figure 10 a year.
In a year, roughly $250,000 worth of painting.
Now wait a minute. What is this fascination with my finances? That ever since I got here, you've been hawking me.
Patricia, are you aware of how lucky we are to be the owners of our own actual, already painted painting by Jonathan Waxman, a seminal Waxman at that?
Look, why should I have to apologize for my success?
Nobody's asked.
What am I supposed to do? Reject the money? Lower my price? What would that accomplish? Would it make me a better artist if I were hungry again?
I don't know. Would it?
Well, they do look like fists, Jonathan.
What if they are fists? What difference does it make?
It makes a very big difference. It changes everything. If they're fists, then it implies the woman is being taken against her will. If they're not, is the painting about a man raping a woman, or is it about a couple screwing in a cemetery?
Oh, you're saying it's ambiguous.
I'm saying it's confusing. You couldn't have intended both things.
Why not? I got you thinking about it, haven't I?
But thinking about what? If you can't say so unequivocally.
He has a
then-
point. It's all about shock then. Effect. You can't say what difference does it make, Jonathan. I guess it
No, I
doesn't
didn't
matter.
tell you that. What I meant, my intention is irrelevant. It's all about what you make of it.
The way you look at it, it does about as much good as a smutty photo in a porno mag.
You can't get past the flesh, can you?
What?
This is very interesting. All you see is the flesh. Of course. I mean, you surround yourself with bones all day. I mean, here you are, freezing your asses off, cataloging bones whose flesh rotted away centuries ago. No wonder my paintings scare you.
Scare me, did you say?
Yes, they're voluptuous, dangerous. They deal with unspeakable things, fleshy things. That's what's going on in my paintings. The lengths people go to, living people go to, in order to feel something now, today.
We thought we'd put you in our bedroom.
What?
We thought we'd put you
In your room? No, you don't have to do that.
No bother.
Where are you gonna sleep?
Down here.
Oh, no, I'll sleep down here.
The bedroom is actually warmer.
I don't mind.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, trust me, the bedroom. It's really no big deal.
Patricia, he says he doesn't mind.
I don't.
See? Why don't you sleep down here?
Fine.
But the electric blanket is upstairs. He's going to need the
Don't worry
electric
about it.
blanket.
Really now?
The mattress warmer. Actually, it's under the sheets. You'll have to strip the bed. It really would be
So
easier.
strip the bed. The bed needs stripping anyways.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'll take care of it. Leave it to me.
Thank you.
You hope you're not wet.
You know, it seems like being here.
Yes.
I don't know. Makes you a little prickly, maybe a bit.
I haven't seen this much life in him in years.
Really?
I married Nick to stay in England.
Oh.
He would have deported me after my degree.
Oh.
My visa, you know, it was a student visa. It expired. I couldn't go home. How could I go home? Back to my broken down mother? I couldn't. My skeptical father who humored me throughout all my crazy pursuits. I had no one to go home to. No, this makes sense. I had to stay here. I found that I could survive.
Does he not?
I'm sure he knows. You mean what? I'm sure he knows. It was certainly no secret. He made it a way to stay.
I don't understand you.
Well,
He's so cool about this. The man is obviously crazy about you. He's like watching school play around you.
I know.
How could you do this? I never thought you'd be capable of something like this. You were such a passionate girl.
Oh, God, spare me.
No, you were the student of the world, remember? Really, how did you... I mean, passion. Sex. Love. What, you just decided you don't need those things anymore? You just shut that part of you all out?
Yes, exactly. My passion irritated me enough, didn't it?
Oh, don't lay this on me. That's bullshit. You call yourself an expatriate? You're no expatriate. You're just hiding.
Who the hell are you?
Why do you live with him?
Why? Because he's my husband.
That's not a reason. Why do you live with him if you don't love him?
Who said I didn't love him?
You just said yourself. You married Nick.
This is the best I can do.
Don't say that. It isn't even true. I know you too well.
Knew me. You knew me. You don't know who I am.